What's up, Ranger Nation? It is your boy JB, and we are here this morning for our review of Power Rangers Dino Fury. This is episode number 2, and the episode is entitled Sporix Unleashed. All right, you guys. Before I actually get into this video, I want to give a special shout out and thank you to George Jr. He's on YouTube as well. He does reviews and he's also on Twitter. So last Saturday, after the episode went off and I did my review, he retweeted me with he tweeted me with a bunch of other YouTubers who do Ranger reviews for people to check it out. And thank you guys. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. It meant a lot to me. And also, Ranger Nation, I have created another YouTube channel where eventually I'm just gonna do Ranger stuff on there. It'll be solely Power Rangers as well as Super Sentai. So I'm going to give this new series, what is it called, that's coming up in a week or so. What is the name of the series? What is the name of the series? Zencager. I'm gonna, it's just gonna depend on when the episodes are uploaded, and we'll talk about Zencager. But yeah, without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into the episode review, shall we? All right, you guys. So the episode, it opens up and we see Zato, we see Ollie, and Amelia. So they're trying to work on the morphing call. Unfortunately, they're having some issues with the morphing call. Have we ever had Rangers ever had? Okay, let's try and think and see. Has a Ranger ever had an issue with their morphing call? Yes, Casey. Casey couldn't morph in Jungle Fury. I remember that. Casey couldn't morph in Jungle Fury, but that's because he didn't believe Nick in Mystic Force, because he didn't believe in magic. I think that's it, right? Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, Space, Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue, Time Force. They couldn't morph because the morphers weren't unlocked. Ninja Storm. So yep, that's about it. All right, so Solon calls the Rangers down to the command center. So she's found Void Knight's scanner. So Ollie, at this point, Ollie wants to give the scanner to his mom so that way she can attach it to the drone, so that they could use the drone to so that they can use the drones to try to have his scanner attached to it so that they can find the Sporix. But Solon doesn't think that that's a good idea, putting alien technology on with human technology. It might not be, the best thing. And I'm like, okay, I understand that. So then we also see that the Rangers can teleport. I'm like, we have not seen, when is the last time we saw teleportation used in Power Rangers? I believe it was Power Rangers in Space. Well, no, because the Ninja Storm Rangers could teleport as well. It was a weird, they could jump. So it was a form of teleportation, but we haven't saw teleportation like this since Power Rangers in Space. So they teleport to the headquarters where the park headquarters. So when they get there, they tell Zato, because he's asking where the dinosaur is at, and they were like, yeah, buddy, dinosaurs in this day and age, they don't exist. They only exist in movies. If you want to find dinosaurs, you're going to have to go jump into a different dimension and go to the Dino Charge dimension to find some dinosaurs, because in our dimension, they don't exist. So then they also say, yeah, buddy, and about those antennas. He's like, what about them? Yeah, you can't walk around the city with that. He's like, no problem. They retract. I was like, oh, cool, retractable antennas. So then the Rangers, they find Dr. Akana and Warden Garcia. So Preston and I said Preston. He actually kind of does look like Preston. Ollie and Amelia are trying to, tell Ward and Garcia about the Sporix and that, we need to get the word out that, be on the lookout for these Sporix. And he's like, oh, let me guess. They came in something that looks like this. And he drew a spaceship. And I'm like, oh, what a smart ass, huh? For you guys to be in the prime dimension of every Ranger, with the exception of RPM and Dino Charge, for you guys to be in a prime dimension, and we are on what, season 28? I mean, you've never heard of Angel Grove. You've never heard of Angel Grove, Mariner Bay, Silver Hills. Is that the name of that city from Time Force? Silver Hills. Turtle Cove, Blue Bay Harbor, Reefside. Well, you guys would not know about New Tech City because New Tech City, wow, you know what? They should know about New Tech City because we're getting to that timeline of New Tech City because we're in 2021 and that is 2025. So they should, well, no, they won't know about the battles in New Tech City because that's further in the future. But New Tech City, so we're at SPD Mystic Force, Briar Grove. You guys know the cities, but you mean to tell me you've never heard about any of the monsters attacks in the previous cities? But okay. So, like, he made a joke of it. So he made a joke of it, but he was noticing Zato and the interesting garb that Zato has on. So then Amelia says, well, you know what? We can go to Buzz Blast and we can definitely talk to Amelia. I'm not Amelia, but Jane about this. So, Ollie tells them, hey, go ahead. I need to talk to my mom. So he stays behind with his mom and he gives his mom Void Knight's scanner and tells her that, a friend of his gave him that and a monster was looking for the Sporix. So he feels that she could attach that to the drone and that'll help them find the Sporix. And she's in. I'm like, ooh, this ain't gonna be good. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So we see Amelia and Zato, and they are over at Buzz Blast. And we see Jane. So Jane has a new assistant by the name of Jbarrett. And Jbarrett was created by Hartford Robotics. And we know that name very well, Hartford. Andrew Hartford, Mac Hartford from Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. I never in a million years thought we would ever mention, anything from Operation Overdrive again. You guys, Operation Overdrive is just not one of my favorite seasons at all. It's actually one of my least favorite seasons, but you know what? I would actually sit and watch an episode, I would watch the whole entire season of Operation Overdrive before I could actually ever sit down again and watch, anything of the likes of Samurai and Megaforce or Super Megaforce. I can't watch those series because they're just not the best to me. Yeah, you know what? That might be what I do today. I might sit back and watch Operation Overdrive. I haven't watched that in years. Ugh. But let's move on. So while they're there, we see what Jbarrett can do. Then, a young lady comes in and tells Jane that there's a video that she needs to look at. So we see the video and there's a guy and he notices one of the Sporix and he's poking at the Sporix and then a Sporix materializes. And, if you guys are familiar with Real Soldier, it was Crayon. His name was Crayon in Real Soldier. We haven't gotten his or her name yet, but obviously when you listen to the voice, I'm like, that sounds like a female. That sounds like a female voice. So we see Void Knight. So Void Knight, him and Shockhorn, they return to Dino Hint, but this time they're unable to get into the in there because Solon has created a force field that is keeping them keeping them from getting in. So at the same time, Ollie and Dr. Akana, they return and they have Void Knight's scanner, and Void Knight notices his scanner. So Zato calls Ollie, telling Ollie like, "Hey, another Sporix has been spotted in the city, so meet us, so and so." So Void Knight says, "Okay, got a plan." So Void Knight tells Shockhorn, "You go find that Sporix. I'm going to handle her and that scanner." So that's what they're going to do. Let's pause here and let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So the others, so Zato, Ollie, and Amelia, they all teleport to where the Sporix is. Now, it is to be noted that when they teleport, it's something that they're not used to, because Ollie said to Zato at one point in the episode, like, "Give me a heads up about when you do that, because he's about to throw up." So then the Rangers morph, and the morphing call is actually rather interesting, I will say. It's morphing time, and then they have their keys. They flip the keys, they put them in the morpher, and then it's linked to grid, and they spin it. Linked to grid. It's interesting. I would never have guessed them say linked to grid. I wouldn't have guessed that. And then we see the morphing sequence. I know I saw some different views about the morphing sequence. I actually like the morphing sequence. I know I saw people talk about the fact that with the mask it's CGI. I don't remember the last time we actually saw them with the mask on. I think I saw on Twitter the last time that we saw the Rangers morph, and it's the actual mask, was in RPM, when you saw the RPM Rangers morph. But other than that, I like the morphing sequence and I like the morphing call. So the Rangers teleport, like I said, they morphed and they found who we now know, the counterpart of Crayon's name is Mucus. Interesting name. Mucus. Interesting name, but I get it. So they easily defeat Mucus, but then what is his name again? Shockhorn shows up. So the Rangers battle with Shockhorn, and while they're battling Shockhorn, the henchmen show up as well to protect him, and also Mucus once again returns. Now when I was looking at this episode, I was like, because I watched up until episode like 11 of Ryu Soldier. I don't remember that Minosaur. I don't remember him, but it is what it is. Don't really remember him, but whatever. So they teamed up. So the henchmen, Mucus, and Shockhorn team up, and the Rangers can't do anything, and they have to just retreat from battle. Yeah, but let's move on. All right, you guys. So the Rangers, they teleport back to the base, and when they're back in the base, this is where Ollie tells them that he gave his mom the scanner that they found of Void Knights. So then Ollie, when he told them that, Zato was like, "But we agreed that we wouldn't do that. Like, your mom could be in danger. Like, we gotta find her." So they teleport to the up there where the Dino Hinge statues are, and when they teleport up there, what's going on? She's been attacked by Shockhorn, Mucus, and Void Knight. So the Rangers, quick morph, link to grid. They morph and they start battling with them. So at one point, Dr. Kana, she had her drone lifted in the air, and it fell down on top of Shockhorn, throwing Shockhorn away. And Void Knight's like, "Now, y'all done tore my shit up," pretty much. All right, so yeah, so at that point, the Rangers now have to go after, go after Shockhorn. Shockhorn, he grew on his own. Now I remember in Ryu Soldier, the Minosaurs grew because they would suck the energy from their, whoever Crayon infected with his goo. So that's how they would grow. But the Sporix are able to grow on their own. So back in the command center, Zato is getting his T-Rex Champion Zord powered up so that way he can battle. And then Ollie and Amelia, they are going to use, what do they call them? Their boost keys so that they can help. So we see them and they're using their boost keys, and then we see the T-Rex Champion Zord show up. The one thing about the Zord fights with this footage, I love how agile it is. Like, it's so agile. So Zato does eventually, defeat Shockhorn, and then we got another layer to the story. So and now it's making more sense why the Sporix were hit, why Zato hit the Sporix. They defeated all the Sporix, but once you destroy the Sporix, that's not it. It turns right back into the original form. So they tried to get the Sporix, but Void Knight, he got the Sporix, so now he has it. So then we see Void Knight, and we see Void Knight, and we see Mucus, and they go to his hideout, and there's a big jukebox. So he has this machine. I don't know if it's a jukebox or not, but it looks like a jukebox. And Void Knight puts the Sporix in there, and it powers it up. I'm like, oh, that is interesting. I wonder where we're gonna go with this. And then we also see the Rangers. They put a message out for the city. If they spot any Sporix, text, call, do whatever to let them know. And you guys, that's basically the episode. Another solid episode. I really, truly enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Please like this video. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware of when I drop anything else, and share this video. And I will also try to put the link to my other Ranger YouTube channel in the description bar for you guys to check that out as well. And that's it, you guys. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands and to wear your mask and socially distance. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.